So what's going on, everybody? It's J.A. Salute to you for tuning in. Now, we got episode 2 of the podcast going down tonight, but I did want to check in with y'all real quick because it looks like recently we just got official images loaded to the back end of Nike servers, which actually happens to give us the first official look at the upcoming Jordan 1 High 85 bread. So, of course, you guys know everybody's got a lot of things to say about this pair, but in my opinion, this is going to be one of Jordan Brand's most important upcoming releases, and I'm going to explain why. So, guys, if you enjoy these updates, make sure you tap in on the like button. That's super important. Plus, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Now, to begin, we are going to start with some quick updates. So earlier this morning, EQL, they actually sent out this support email where they were essentially asking customers to change their email. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with EQL, they're probably like the go-to raffle platform for all your hype in-demand releases. Essentially what they do is they store all your customer information. They have a history of like your orders and everything like that, as well as your payment information. Now, once this email went out shortly afterwards, EQL's official Twitter account, they sent out this tweet saying, "Hi folks, please do not click any links or submit passwords from emails that you may have received from support." So of course, you guys already know, once people saw this, they started going into a panic because if you guys remember, just like a few years back, StockX actually had a similar situation, which turned out to be a massive data breach in which like thousands, maybe even like hundreds of thousands of customers had their sensitive data exposed. So of course, everybody started panicking, but then it seems like shortly afterwards, EQL did send out this quick little update saying that everything was sent out in error. There was no breach of data and there's no action required for those who may have received an email. So it seems like EQL just gave everybody a heart attack for no reason, and it seems like you guys don't have to do anything as far as this. There was no data breach and everything was just done in error. So thank you, EQL. Way to waste everybody's time this morning. Now, we also have a Yeezy restock. It's not the sneakers, but we also have some Vultures merch, which has restocked via the Los Angeles Archive, which is the sister website of Los Angeles Apparel, the manufacturers of all of this Vulture stuff, as well as some pre-Vultures Yeezy merch as well. So they have a whole wide selection of pretty much everything minus a couple of pieces. So you got, of course, the pants available. You also got the Vultures logo t-shirt available in a short or long sleeve. You got the OG album cover joint as well, available in black or white. And then you have the Box One t-shirt as well. Now, when it comes to this Vulture stuff, just a warning that it does say that everything is imperfect. So when they say imperfect, that could be like a bleach stain or like a little hole or something like that. But I don't think it actually refers to like the cuts and the proportions and everything such as. Now, also be careful. Again, you got Yeezy sizing 1, 2, or 3. So just be careful when choosing your sizing. And as far as like all of this Vulture stuff, when looking back on it, how do you guys feel like this merch has aged when you look back at all like the Yeezy merch that we've seen throughout the years? I would say as far as the Vulture stuff, it was cool. It was simple. Like the cuts and everything were definitely unique. But I would have to say that as far as like the stuff with the raw neckline, I wasn't a huge fan of that. It was like kind of cool for the moment, but I really don't see myself rocking it nowadays. All the other stuff though was a go. Like for example, the pants, I feel like they fit great. I love the Ghost of Black Dog stuff with the standard neckline, the crop, the wider fit. I absolutely love the cut on that stuff. And then of course the Box One tee as well, which to me is an essential. So for me, what I would recommend for you guys, I know everybody's gonna be excited probably, you know, to pick up some of the Vulture stuff if they missed out from the original drop or if the shipping was taking forever. But I would recommend to get the essential stuff. So like the non-logo stuff is what I would recommend. And I may actually grab this black tee, the one box tee, just the blank without the one on the back, because I feel like that's an essential, which you guys are gonna get a lot more bang for your buck, which by the way, they're not knocking us over the head with resale prices or anything like that, as it looks like they're just selling everything for just that $20 price point. Now, as far as the Bully merch, which we just saw went up available for pre-order, it looks like so far Ye is no longer going to be using Los Angeles Archive or Los Angeles Apparel as the manufacturer for that stuff. So I think that's going to be interesting to see how all of that stuff fits. But again, if you guys missed out on any of this stuff previously, it is for sale right now while supplies last at the LosAngelesArchive.com. And with those quick updates out the way, let's go ahead and jump into this Jordan 1 situation, which I mentioned earlier, the official images images were loaded up yesterday via the back end of Nike servers. So of course you guys already pulled them up, giving us the first official look at this upcoming release, which it seems like everybody has kind of two things to say about this in the majority. One of those, of course, being the $250 price tag, and then the other thing would have to be the shape, which I'm seeing a lot of people complaining, saying that this sneaker looks short, or that the image here looks like a GS pair, which as far as the 85 high, I would say the shape on this pair looks fine to me. I mean, I'm no Jordan 1 connoisseur, but I really see nothing wrong with this pair. I'm not really sure of what the major differences are, but I did see some people saying that these are apparently more wider, but for me, they look a little more nail in the toe box. So I really have no clue what I'm talking about. And as far as like the 85 high, I'm actually one that probably prefers the cut of the just standard high over these. I know like Jordan brand purists would probably hate me for that, but just stating my opinion, that's just how I feel. Now, as far as the price tag, $250, I'm seeing a lot of people like are like mad about the $250 price tag, which your standard Jordan 1 high comes in at $180, and then the Jordan 1 high 85 was coming in at $200 previously. So with the $250 markup, that's a pretty significant price increase, and everybody has all the rights to be upset about this, which based off the images, you know, with the $250 price tag, I'm just wondering if like we're maybe gonna get better quality materials or maybe a better leather quality on here. But just based off the images, you know, I really don't see it here. I mean, the leather almost kind of has like a shiny, cheap, plasticky type of look, but then again, that's just images. We'll have to wait and see once we see the sneakers in hand. But as far as the price increase, I really honestly don't think we're gonna get like a better, more premium material with the price increase. And my theory about the $250 price tag is simply Jordan brand is looking to just continue to make more profits. What I feel like, as we already know, Jordan brand is looking to preserve the legacy of a lot of their classic releases come next year. We know these are scheduled for like a February, probably tied in with All-Star Weekend. So this pair right here is going to set the tone for 2025 releases. And in my opinion, we're going to see Jordan brand scale back a lot as far as stock numbers. So a lot less quantity of these pairs, and the way that they're going to make up for that lost revenue with them selling less pairs, I feel like is for them to increase the retail price. And that's pretty much the only way around it. I feel like Jordan brand knows that they got these diehard loyal fans, the dudes that pretty much drop and buy every single Jordan retro release. They don't even wear them joints. They just be sitting in cases collecting dust. They know that you guys are going to eat up every release no matter the retail price. So hey, they can go ahead and bump these joints up like 50, 70 bucks, and y'all are still going to eat them up. So as far as the future of Jordan brand releases, I feel like this one is very important, because for next year, we know they're bringing a lot of classics, a lot of grails out the vault. We got the Union Jordan 1 high. We also got those Shatter backboard Jordan 1. So they got a lot of nice Jordan 1 colorways, and I feel like what they're trying to do here is probably scale back as far as the quantity, as they like to say, preserve the legacy, make them sneakers feel a lot more in demand. And the way that they're going to make up for that is to bump up the retail price point. So let me know what you guys think about this. Unfortunately, you know, Jordan brand, they have to, you know, continue to boost their revenues every year. And I feel like the way that they're going to do this, now that some Jordan releases aren't as hot as they once were previously, they got to bump up the retail price point. So unfortunately, that's just what it is. But let me know what y'all think about it down below. Also, let me know what were your first impressions when you saw this sneaker. Do you feel like the shape is off? Anything throwing you off about this release? Because to me, just off these images, I'm not even gonna lie, these joints do look nice, but for $250, I don't know if they are that nice. And is it time for us to have a bigger conversation of like the Jordan 1, you know, just not being as hot as it once was? Nowadays with the trends, they come and go, and it seems like right now the hottest sneaker of the moment for casuals happens to be the Adidas Samba for like the second, third year in a row, a title which used to be taken by the Jordan 1. We used to see everybody just rocking Jordan 1s casually, and now it seems like people are gravitating towards other models. So in a perfect world, if I had the keys to the Jordan brand Benz or the Jordan brand Ferrari, the way I would handle the situation would be like, let's say for these releases, rather than making them more limited, for the good colorways such as a classic like the Bread, I would make like a whole bunch of these joints, just flood the market with these. And then for like the off-ball weird colors or like the collabs, I would make them joints super limited. But again, that's just me in a perfect world. And you know, Jordan brand, they got to do what they got to do to maintain those revenues. So we'll see how this release goes. Apparently these joints are scheduled to drop in February. I mean, we just had those reimagined Jordan 1 black toes. Them joints are seeming to be under retail and they haven't even officially dropped just yet. So as far as the future of the Jordan 1, I don't see things really turning around. I mean, it doesn't mean that the Jordan 1 is not a classic. It's not a great model. It's just no longer the hottest sneaker that everybody's wearing anymore, which is great because if you're like a purist sneakerhead that loves classics such as this, it probably means that you might have a little easier chance to be able to grab these joints come next year. So drop your feedback down below. Of course, I need everybody to pull up for episode 2 of the podcast, which will be going down live tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. I expect everybody to be here. So that's it for today. Just wanted to check in with y'all real quick before tonight's show. I'm JA. Of course, I'll be checking in with y'all soon. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.